So what I'm going to show you first is we can just go ahead and open up all your paint colors. You want to make sure that they're all open, because I know that these caps are kind of hard to get up sometimes, and so it's better just to do it all at once and then set it to the side someplace where you can, where you can get it to it with your brush, but it's not going to make a huge mess. There it goes. All right. So what I wanted to start with was talking about how to mix colors, and then again, how to use brushes. So with your brush, when you're dipping your brush into the paint, you want to dip the part that has the little hairs on there, the fibers, but you don't want to dip it in so far that the metal goes in your paint, because then the paint will get up underneath there and it shortens the life of the brush. But also when you're cleaning your brush, whatever color you used kind of comes out and mixes with the new color. So it's always good just to dip in a little ways, and I can kind of show you. So if I were to be doing or actually you can see on this screen, here we go. So if I were doing red, I would dip it in and see, where are you? Yeah. Boop. I'm trying to find the camera on here. Oh yeah, see, so like the red doesn't go all the way to the metal on the brush. All right, so that's what's important. So I'm just going to do on a little scrap piece of paper here, I'm going to paint a little bit of red. And see, so if you need more, you can always dip in and get more. So it's better to not have too much. It's kind of like a lot of different art supplies, like glue. You don't want too much glue on your paper. You can always add more. It's hard to take stuff away. So once I've painted, I can then take my brush and let's put this, and then I want to rinse it off in the water, and then I can use my paper towel to clean it. And so now when I paint again with that brush, see, it's not making any marks. It doesn't have any red left in it. So that's kind of important. Again, not getting the paint over the metal and then cleaning your brush between things. So then I could go to yellow. Yellow and white are the two colors that if you get too much paint, they get really muddy really quick. So I could do some yellow over here, a little yellow circle. And again, rinse it off and paint. And then I'm going to do one more, and then I want to talk to you again about color mixing. So, and then there's the blue. See, I can make a blue circle over here. It almost makes a triangle. Colors. So when we're working with colors, red, yellow, and blue are what are called our primary colors. What it means is that you can make every color with just yellow, blue, and red. So if I put a little yellow here, and again, wash my brush and just take a little bit of red, when they mix together, maybe I'll use a little bit more red, they'll make an orange color. Exactly, so blue and red make purple. So if I just have a little bit of red, and sometimes depending on the paint color you have, it makes a better purple or a worse purple, but it kind of gets muddy sometimes, but you get something that's kind of like purple. Yeah, that's pretty purpley. And then what do you think happens when you add yellow to blue? So what I'm getting at is that as you're mixing, thinking about the ways in which these different colors create other colors is really important. So that's yellow. So yellow with a little bit of blue. And the other thing to remember is with the colors, so yellow is, you consider yellow like a lighter color than blue or red, right? So the lighter the color, the more of it you need to change other colors. The darker the color, the less you need. So you only need to put a little bit of blue into yellow to make green. You only need to put a little bit of red into yellow to make orange, but you need a lot of yellow, right? You need a lot of yellow to make green, or a lot of yellow to make orange. So So that's most of what I wanted to show you, is just that idea that you can mix. And so everybody's pack of paints should have white, black, yellow, red, and blue, and probably one other color. And so the idea is that you should be able to make any color you want using these. The next thing is, if you're working with this paint, if you put it down really thick, it doesn't dry very fast and your paints are going to mix together. And so trying to keep the paint on pretty thin and then maybe going over the same place twice is a good way to work, because if you get it on really thick, again, things get kind of muddy. What I was going to say is, next, if you have some paper and a pencil, I often like to come up with my idea of what I'm going to paint, or like when I'm doing printmaking, what I'm going to carve. I like to come up with my ideas first. So I take a piece of paper and drop a few different ideas. So here I can go. So like, take a piece of paper and just divide it into 4 sections and try to come up with either 4 ideas or try 4 different things. I kind of want to do like for some reason I'm thinking I want to do some sort of I don't even know, like a lion or a jungle animal, because then I can do all the different hairs. And so a lion, it might have like a long tail and a body, and then it has his work. It's like something like that almost. So I might have my lion body, and then it, you know, I know that it's going to have all these hairs and stuff for the. And then they have the fluff. And because I'm thinking that it'd be fun to draw, because all these little hairs would be fun to do with the small brushes. It might have a little nose. So I could do that. That's one jungle animal. You can see a lion's ears, right? And even the whiskers are little hairs. So I'm thinking something that's hairy, or, you know, like a lizard could be cool, because you could paint on every little scale, right? If you did a, or a fish, right? If you did some sort of fish. Maybe a made-up type of fish. You can do every little scale on it with your little brush, which could be fun. And I think, yeah, again, if you keep the paint sort of thin as you're first starting, then by the time you get the canvas covered with color, it should be dry enough for you to start adding details. So, artists call that underpaintings. Down yellow first. You want kind of the most yellow, and then you clean off your brush and you grab some red and you just kind of mix a little bit in at a time. You'll see that you'll get like a kind of dark orange, and then you want to add the least amount of blue, and when they mix together they should start to make a brown. And if the brown looks too green for you, you can add some yellow or red back, a little more yellow or red. It's just, you kind of do it until you get what you're looking for. But it's a little bit of each. So that's getting, and if you want it darker, you add some black. So I think I'm getting close to a brown now. My brown's a little bit. So I like this brown. But you definitely don't need very much black, so like just the littlest black. and it'll make it darker. And if you start getting into the part where you have little details, you can use your magnifying glass if you got one. It's kind of fun to look at your painting really close up. Whoa, looks so much bigger. Look at how much bigger that painting looks through the magnifying glass. Not paper, and so it has a texture, and it's what's called canvas. You know, canvas was first used to make the sails for ships and boats and stuff, and artists in Italy a long time ago started using it for paintings because it was cheaper.
So I'm starting to clean up my surprise. I put the painting away to dry, but it's still okay. It's just right here on the easel. Yeah, so I closed my little containers of paint, made sure they're sealed shut so that they're actually going to be open and spill. And I put all my paintbrushes away. We just kind of wash out the paint in a little cup or mug of water. And I am probably going to take this paper that I used to cover the table and with some painting, and I'm going to throw it away.
Yeah, that's smart. Clean it up. Yeah, it's important to cap your paints. That's definitely the big one. And to wash your brushes.
You don't want to know. It'd be messy.
Mm-hmm. Oof.